Hello and welcome to the Hot Dog and a Handshake Pro Wrestling Show. I'm your host, Jayden Ginswider. Joining me as always is my co-host, Shane Price. Shane, how you doing this week?
I'm all right.
Been a few weeks without us being able to get together and do an episode, but we're back now. But we do still need to crown our November Performer of the Month. So just to remind everyone, November, this encapsulates, War Games, Blood and Guts, AEW Full Gear. Those are kind of the big, part of the World Tag League. I think might have started at the end of November, but let me find. Here we go. Performer of the month. So Shane, for you, who wins Performer of the Month for November?
I'm gonna go with Sky Blue.
Okay. In a similar thought process, I went with the MVP of the other Blood and Guts match. I went with Kyle O'Reilly. I think Blood and Guts, he had a great match with Moxley on Collision leading into that, and then another great one on Full Gear. I think Kyle O'Reilly had a great month, so I'm going to hand it to him. Anything else on Sky Blue?
Other than bleeding in the first 5 minutes and just becoming a total stud after that.
Yeah, and
Not much more you could ask for.
Performed well in the women's tag tournament as well throughout the month, so that's fair. On to outside the ring news from AEW, really from Hey EW. What did you think of the last two episodes of Hey EW? First, the Rizzler episode, and then the finale featuring a plethora of other characters, including a second RJ City, Tony Khan, Mercedes Moné, Renee Paquette, Eddie Kingston.
I think it's only slightly disappointing that they couldn't get Shad Khan on the last episode of AEW.
Yeah.
Because I think that would have been funny if Shad Khan just walked in during a Tony Khan segment and grounded Tony and he wakes up and it's all a dream.
Mm-hmm.
This might be the only piece of media where it'd be funnier if it was just a dream.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. It did have people questioning RJ City's employment status with AEW, so he had to clarify today that he has not been fired by AEW.
Are we sure?
Never got his graphic. I thought for sure the last shot was going to be his graphic, his All Elite graphic, but nope, still not letting him get that.
I think it's too much of a running joke at this point to even give it to him.
It has to be like when he
it's the bit.
retires from the business. Yeah.
It'll be out. It'll be when he leaves AEW. It'll be RJ City is not All Elite. That'll be the graphic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. Next up, due to injury, Darby Allin had to leave the C2, so Jack Perry has replaced him. Darby was 0-1, so not a huge deal to have a replacement at that point. But looking at the standings here, the Continental Classic.
3 points to everybody! Ah!
Remember, 3 points for a win, 1 point for a draw. Sitting at the top of the Blue League with 7 points each are Takeshita and Castagnoli. With 3 points in the Blue League, you have Orange Cassidy, Mascara Dorada, and John Moxley. And with 0 points so far, Roderick Strong. Over in the Gold League, Mike Bailey, Kyle Fletcher, and Kazuchika Okada, top of the mountain with 6. Kevin Knight and Pac each have 3. And Jack Perry, who we just mentioned replaced Darby Allin, has 0.
Good.
So 6 nights in to the Continental Classic. What are your thoughts? Who's standing out? Who's surprising you?
I feel like Kyle Fletcher is the most obvious pick of, oh, look at him. Look at how good he's doing. But, it is Kyle Fletcher.
Dude, Speedball's been killing it, though.
I would say Speedball, too. Yeah, Speedball's done really well.
The matches with Kyle and with Kevin Knight this week were both really good.
Dare I say, at this point, do you give the block to Speedball?
I mean, he's performing
Fletcher,
really well.
Fletcher's gonna, he's
well. The
he can lose this.
The obvious story is some sort of Don Callis family explodes, Takeshita Okada or Protostar Okada or Protostar Takeshita. But Speedball Takeshita, Speedball Castagnoli, Speedball John Moxley, all those sound pretty awesome.
I think it should be Speedball versus Claudio, just because imagine the real explosion that could happen if neither of
Dude,
the none of the big names of the Don Callis
the
family even
family
make
make
it.
it. Yeah, that'd be interesting. Plus, just how far do you think Claudio Castagnoli can throw Speedball Mike Bailey?
That might legitimately be the only way I'll get a picture with him at World's End.
Yeah, yeah.
That legitimately
Throws
might
him
be the
to you.
only. Like, hey, picture, brother, picture, man.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's definitely gonna be interesting to see play out. I think most people have wrestled 3 matches, so 2 or 3 matches in for everybody so far. So we got a few more weeks to go. We'll preview some of that action later in the show. WWE news: the only real big thing here is that John Cena, just before, like a week before his retirement, signed a 5-year ambassador deal with WWE. So this is different from a Legends deal. It's a little bit more active. Legends deals are pretty much merch deals, and then when you want to show up to like a Saturday night's main event, they can get you in the door. But this will be a little bit more active, a little bit more like what Titus O'Neil does, getting out into communities and actually doing stuff on behalf of WWE. Interesting to see where he'll go with that. Also, I saw his first post retirement date was announced for some sort of convention in Orlando, which I believe he lives in Tampa now, so it's not really that far for him. Anything on that? Anything on Ambassador Cena?
Ambassador Cena kind of
Sounds like a
sounds
Star
like
Wars
this.
character.
Yeah.
It's like a prequels Star Wars character.
Ambassador Cena, the Republic's attack under attack. Oh my god, like that.
Yeah. Um, yeah, it'll be interesting to see. I'm interested to see how much of a like convention circuit he does, because obviously he'll be busy with other stuff. But interesting to see if he makes appearances at other.
Oh, I mean, it would
He'll
be,
probably be at like the Fanatics based ones in like New York and L.A.
yeah.
Um, I
San
don't know.
Diego Comic Con, maybe
San
C2.
Diego Comic Con probably. Well, that is, San Diego Comic Con's kind of a given because he's also a DC superhero and he's in the Fast and Furious movies, and he's kind of just a pop culture guy there.
Yeah.
Moving on to outside the ring news, Zack Sabre Jr. and Ryohei Iwa have won the World Tag League. Pop quiz, Shane. From my research, Zack Sabre Jr. is the 5th man to have won the G1 Climax, World Tag League, and New Japan Cup. Who are the other 4?
Oh, Masahiro Chono?
Nope.
Fuck. Are you serious? Damn. Okay. Ooh, how recent are they?
They are fairly recent.
Fairly recent. Damn.
Um, yeah, they're all pretty recent.
Naito.
Yes, Tetsuya Naito is on the list.
How old is the oldest one?
Um, I think he's. Let me. I know who the oldest one is. Let me make sure. Let me double check his age. He's 49 years old.
It's not very helpful.
I can give you hints if you'd like.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, one of them won the World Tag League with Naito. They won
You?
together. Yes.
Damn.
Yep. You got 2 more pretty big New Japan names from the last 15 years.
Tanahashi
Yep.
and Okada?
Yep. So
Okay.
for my research, those were I might have missed somebody, but those were the 4 that I was able to find that did all 3. And now ZSJ, the first Gaijin on that list, also notably.
Too bad he can't draw.
Saya Kamitani has won the Tokyo Sports MVP. Thoughts, Shane? This is more your territory.
So the Tokyo Sports MVP is kind of like Wrestler of the Year, but it's unlike the fan voting of most, if not all, Western awards. This is reporters, photographers, industry people, wrestlers.
It's more like the NBA
Yeah,
or the MLB.
it's more NBA, MLB, even like NFL. It's not like fan voting. This is who the
you have
industry.
to earn a vote. Yeah.
Yeah, well, or there's still campaigns for it, but
yeah. I mean, there's still campaigns for the NBA MVP too. You know what I mean?
that's fair. I mean, that is fair. Yeah. But this is the first winner since 2006 to be outside of the New Japan, All Japan, Pro Wrestling Noah banner. Even the last decade, it's the last 14 years, it's been on New Japan. Do you know who the last person to win MVP, not from New Japan, All Japan, Noah, in 2006 was, and what promotion? I don't. You know the person. I don't think you'll know the promotion.
So I won't know the promotion.
You probably
I was
won't.
gonna start guessing promotions first to try to narrow it down. I
You
know the
can.
person.
It is.
So like Dragon Gate, Michinoku Pro.
Nope.
I know Sai's the first women's, so it's not like
Yes.
any
It's
women's
not
company. She's the
Joshi.
first
No.
woman to win it. So I might know the person, but might not know.
I'll give you a hint. It is not a wrestling promotion. It is MMA.
Oh, it's MMA.
Yes.
Okay, what wrestling promotion would I know this person from, most notably?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
He's been in all 3. You've seen him in person.
I've seen him in person.
Yes.
Is it? It's not Minoru Suzuki, is it?
It is Minoru Suzuki.
Oh my god! Okay.
Minoru Suzuki won the 2006 MVP award for his final little part in MMA.
Okay.
With Pancrase. He returned to wrestling in 2006, so he was eligible.
Oh, okay. Interesting. But yeah, most importantly, Saya Kamitani, the first Joshi to win this award. I feel like other Joshis could have. It's just unfortunate that like the peak Joshi era was also the peak men's era in Japan. Like it would have been hard for Aja to win over like Masawa and Kobashi and in that crew.
I will say this. The problem with 97 is that in 97 it was a 3-way tie for the women's grand prize, and I really feel like Chono could have been beaten there.
Yeah, I don't know.
But all the other years of the 90s, yeah, you're right. There's just no opportunity.
Yeah. Last thing here from outside the ring news: a GoFundMe has been set up to help the family of Balls Mahoney find a new home, a new Mahomey, if you will. I'll put the link in the description for that. They've already hit their goal, but obviously everything helps.
Didn't
we'll
Chris
see.
Jericho donate like a cajillion bunch of money again?
Chris Jericho donates like at least $2,000 every single time there's one of these. It could be the most it could be like the most obscure wrestler you've heard of needs a GoFundMe, or the family of the most obscure wrestler possible needs a GoFundMe, and Jericho's in there with 2,000.
It worked with Jericho for like $1.50, and Jericho's like, "Oh,
Yeah.
I remember you, money."
Yeah. So yeah, Jericho gave 2,000. I'm not seeing any other names I recognize here. But like they were asking for 8,000, so Jericho was like, here's a quarter of your goal right off the bat. Do you think he just like
Balls.
has a GoFundMe tab open on his laptop all the time and just checks for
It
wrestlers?
refreshes every time.
Yeah.
I will say it is GoFundMe, so the goal starts small and then grows as more people donate. So the goal
Mhm.
now is at 10K.
Yeah. But the original was
Which
8K.
original was 8, and
So
it's growing and growing. And it looks like Justin Wang, Tony Rivoli, who I want to say is.
oh yeah, I see Justin Wang on here. He gave 200. But yeah, so um anybody listen to this, if you can, give a little here. Every bit helps. Um and
Balls
I'll put the
Mahoney
link in the description.
did not get hit in the head that many times for you had to help.
Uh Speaking of getting hit in the head several times, quick hits here. Mick Foley. How any of my WWE colleagues can stand by, let alone stand next to Donald Trump, is beyond me. Thoughts, Shane? Just quick thoughts here.
It's nice that somebody who has taken the multiple hits to the head didn't have his brain turn into mush.
Yep. And from WWE working with one alleged pedophile to another, OVO teases WWE collaboration for December 19th.
He said OVO. OVO.
So, just just an evil company WWE is. Just no care in
I
the world.
appreciate that the company that's giving Vince Russo money is still not the worst company in wrestling.
Yep.
It's great. It's
um
nice, refreshing.
mhm. From AWTV, there was just a few things I wanted to hit this week. We already talked a little bit about Speedball and Protostar. That was just an incredible match. The Babes of Wrath becoming the first women's tag champions, in the moment after that, with Willow and Harley being interviewed in the ring, and Harley just in tears. You can tell how much this means to her. And like she really earned it. Like it was a really sweet moment because she earned it. She's gotten so good over the last few years. So much better, at least. So I thought that was a really awesome moment, them winning the titles. And Samoa Joe versus Eddie Kingston, I thought was very, very good. I loved that match. I thought it was great. I loved Samoa Joe's little salute to John Cena. Anything else from AEW TV this week you want to talk about?
Um,
I liked the first tie of the classic being in CMLL champion versus IWGP champion. That was pretty fun.
yeah.
Um, on to Saturday night's main event.
I haven't watched the whole thing, but you might as well.
Okay, well, you can at least talk about the most important part and um, a little bit of the rest of it, I'm sure. So, Saturday night's main event aired from Capital One Arena in Washington, D.C. First match, Cody Rhodes Obafemi goes to a no contest after interference from Drew McIntyre.
Boo!
Regardless of what many WWE fans think, this was the worst booking decision of the night. Obafemi should have gone over clean. Cody Rhodes stood nothing to lose from losing that match. But,
Racism.
yep. But it was still pretty good for what it was. I had a good time with it. Drew McIntyre kind of looked like a punk bitch at the end, but it's what he does in WWE. So if he didn't want to look like a punk bitch, he would have been all elite like a year ago. So
A
second
year
match,
ago.
Sol Ruka. Wasn't his contract up like last summer and he re-signed with WWE?
Oh, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. Um Sol Ruka beat Bailey. That was a really, really fun match. I liked that. Um Soul Snatcher. Awesome move. I don't like how people are going into it. Everybody is diving too early. Have you
It's a
noticed
hard
that?
it's a hard move to do smoothly
Yeah, I guess.
in a way. I,
I don't
I,
know.
I don't know.
It's an awesome move. I don't like how people are already like laying flat in the air when Soul makes contact with them.
Yeah.
They just go too early every single time. I don't know. Maybe that's the safest way to do it, but if it is, I don't know. Maybe it's not worth doing the move all the time. Maybe make it like Orton's punt or Joe's muscle buster or something where you whip it out in the most extreme of circumstances with the best
When
players.
you gotta kill Misawa, you gotta pull it out. You gotta hit the burning hammer type shit.
Yeah. Um AJ Styles and Dragon Lee defeat Javon Evans and Leon Slater in what was also a very good match. Um, the spot in this match where AJ slips was really tough to watch. I know he's been doing that for years, but him doing it on Cena's last show when we know very likely he's the next big name to retire. Um, it was just I don't know. It meant a little bit more. I don't know if it was on purpose or not, but the way Leon Slater reacted so quickly, if it was on purpose, hats off to Leon Slater. That was great. Or if it wasn't on purpose, that was a great reaction by Leon Slater. Did you see anything from that match other than the slip?
I saw the entrances and then I was needed somewhere else and it could not wide. And when I got my Peacock back up, I did not get any see the rest of that match.
Okay. But of course, you got to see the most important match, the main event, the match everybody was there to see. John Cena versus Gunther. Cena played the hits, five knuckle shuffle, the whole attitude adjustments, an attitude adjustment through the table, super attitude adjustment from the top rope. I like that Michael Cole just started calling it the FU in the match. Just went back. He was like, you know what? This is the last time. I'm going to call it the FU again.
Nobody's gonna get mad at him for
Uh,
saying that. Who
no,
cares?
absolutely not. Yeah, STF. We got everything. All the five moves of doom. Um, Gunther though chopping him, suplexing him, the finish with all the sleepers, and Cena keeps getting out of it, but then just ends up right back in it was incredible. Um, my one criticism of the match before we get to the finish, I wish they would have let Cena blade. He's not the kind of guy that I think would have done it regardless. You know what I mean? Obviously, because he didn't do it. But the office should have had the foresight to let one of the great wrestling bladers blade one.
Bleed, bitch, bleed. They should let him bleed. They should let him bleed. It's such bullshit.
Then the actual finish. Gunther, as I said, has Cena in the sleeper hold, and Cena, for the first time in 22 years, I think it was, since 2003, taps out, and he does it with a smile on his face. You know, not because the pain was too much to handle, but because he knew he had nothing left to give, and that for as much as he had given the fans and as much as they'd given him in that moment, he didn't need to fight for them anymore because there was no more fight to be had. And so he takes the Obi-Wan Kenobi route and lets the bad guy finish him. And that is the end of John Cena. What do you think of the finish, Shane?
Watching it for the first time I was a little upset because Mister Never gave up. But seeing the clips of him just like, it's like that bit from Kung Fu Panda where, where the turtle realizes his time has come and he's done.
Yeah. Um, I thought it was perfect. I thought it was the best story. For once, the company that prides themselves on storytelling told a great story, and it's interesting. You know, it was interesting to fully have the realization through John Cena of all people that I'm just not a WWE fan anymore. You know what the WWE fan wants isn't what I want. They hated this finish. They cheered for the McIntyre thing. Like they just I don't want to see the same things a WWE fan wants to see. Um and so it was really interesting that of all the people, the guy who's been on top of the company since, you know, the day I discovered what professional wrestling was, is kind of the end of his career, is the real ending of, you know, my WWE fan. Just kind of having like I haven't watched WWE in months before this. You know, I haven't outside of some clips here and there, but it was a different realization. It was a really kind of it felt different. There was a great moment after the match with Cody and Punk um, giving their bells to Cena, which I found out afterwards was a reference to what Cena and Batista did for Hulk Hogan when Hogan retired. Before he ended up going to TNA and unretiring, but when he retired in like
Oh,
'06 or whatever, '07.
I can't wait. I can't wait for John Cena's last match to be in on some random TNA house show in Melbourne, Australia.
Absolutely. So I thought that was a great moment. I thought the video package they aired didn't have to put the Vince part in there. I know he's important to Cena's career, but it felt like you're trying to soft launch something there, and I don't like that. Um, but other than that, I thought it was a beautiful video package and a great moment. And then Cena leaves his shoes and his wristbands in the ring. Hilariously, there was a guy in the crowd yelling for him to take his jorts off and leave those too.
You know what? He should have.
It would have been really funny.
Leave. I know you don't wear. I know you don't wear those jorts in real life, John. That's your gear. Take it off.
Yeah. Um, I don't know. We did a whole episode on the career of John Cena and what he means to us. But this was a really special finale. I don't think they could have done it any better way. Obviously, the year leading into it could have been way better. But for one, I mean, Cena had one of the best like 3 month retirement runs of all time, or like no, not 3 months,
I'll
like
give him. I will
2 months.
give him
How long ago was the AJ match?
3 months, January to March. The AJ match and the last time is now tournament
So
on.
like a month.
So
Okay,
like
so he
four
had
months.
out of the year. There were 4 great months. Um,
Which is better. Is you know what? I've seen a lot of promotions struggle to get to 4 good months in general, so I'll give them that.
yeah, it's true. I know it's true. It just kind of sucks for Cena that he had 4 good months in a year where Tanahashi had 12 good months of retirement.
Yeah, well, you win some, you lose some, you know.
But so yeah, that is it. That is the last time for John Cena. I imagine we'll see him back on WWE TV at the very least in April for the Hall of Fame ceremony, if not before then. I doubt he'll be on TV before then, but and then he'll do what every Hall of Famer does, and he'll make an off appearance here and there for the
Show
rest of
up,
his life.
show up at Romania, show up at a
Host
Rumble,
host a SummerSlam or something,
host a
you know. Yeah.
SummerSlam, be on some podcasts,
Mhm.
sell the company when it comes time to get in some other PR trouble, so on and so forth.
Mhm. Yep, all of that. Random quote unquote season premiere episodes of SmackDown and Raw. Um, yeah, we'll see. So it's kind of it. A beautiful ending for John Cena. And now we have another special bit to do here. We will not be recording. We will not be putting out an episode next week because Christmas week. It's always just too busy for people to plan an episode for us to put an episode together. We will be
I'll be on
releasing.
a plane at like 5 in the morning on next Tuesday,
Yeah,
so I'm good. I'm
we will
good.
be releasing a classic review of ECW Massacre on 34th Street, our second annual ECW Christmas review. I'll have that scheduled to go out Christmas Day. So you'll be able to check that out. But that means that our next episode will be the end of the last episode of the year, which means that it'll be time for the Hot Dog and Handshake Awards. Or
America's favorite wrestling award show, the only one with a lick of credibility in the modern era.
the Doggies.
The Doggies.
So
I
tonight,
have been patiently awaiting this for the past year.
We love our award
Mania.
show.
This and HGH Mania were the things I care about the most in this podcast. I'll be real.
Yep. So we will announce in this episode our nominees for the I believe 25 awards that we hand out on the Doggies, which will be in 2 weeks, as we said. So we'll start with Mid-Carter of the Year. This, of course, goes to the best wrestler that primarily wrestled in the mid-card this year. Your nominees are Kyle Fletcher, Dominic Mysterio, Javon Evans, Gabe Kidd, Queen Aminata, Tekla, and Chelsea Green. Anything on any of these nominees here, Shane?
I mean, it's pretty solid list of nominees if I don't want to scratch my own back or anything here. But it covers every promotion pretty much. Every big promotion pretty much. AEW, AEW, Stardom, New Japan.
Mm-hmm.
So it's we're not living and giving up a point. It's nice and smart. I think this we'll see this in a different categories. This is a very clear winner, but it just happens.
We'll see. Yep, we'll see. You want to do the next one here? Are you on the sheet?
I am on sheet. Next one is the Take It Home Award for the most popular or best finisher of the year. This isn't for the best new finisher. This is just for the best. Hey, this move is fun and it's over this year.
The finisher that meant the most this year.
Yeah, the most meaningful. I guess popular isn't the right word. The most meaningful.
Yeah.
Going to start with the Buckshot Lariat and the Deadeye, kind of used interchangeably by Hangman Adam Page. The High-Fi Flow of Tanahashi, the Attitude Adjustment or the FU of John Cena, the GTR of Hiroki Goto, La Mystica of Mystico, and Grimstone of... Remind me here.
I don't know. This was yours.
1 second. Kyle Fletcher.
Okay. That's what his finisher's called. Okay.
Yeah, I totally forgot. It's
it has there's nothing in it that it's not called like the proto plunge or something. Like there's nothing in it that Kyle Fletcher.
It's his fucked up pile driver pretty much, yeah.
Yeah. I know what it is once you said Kyle Fletcher, but yeah.
I wish it was called the porn star butt driver or something like that.
Porn star plunge.
I think that's a thing they gave to Val Venus.
Yeah, probably. All right, next up, TV Show of the Year award. This goes to the best weekly TV show of the year. Nominees from AEW, we have Dynamite and Collision as separate nominees here. We have Monday Magic of Pro Wrestling Noah. And representing World Wrestling Entertainment, we have Evolve, which was shockingly the best.
Listen. There is one show in WWE that's going to give us the matches that I want to watch, and that is Evolve. I do want to watch.
Charlie Dempsey challenged Timothy Thatcher to a match on
I
Evolve.
want to watch that. I don't want to watch Raw
That
and
match should be on
SmackDown
Bloodsport.
where they yap. I want to watch them fucking beat. I want to watch the guy with the Hiroshi Hase tights and Timothy Thatcher beat the shit out of each other.
Absolutely.
And Cappuccino Jones, Marcus Mathers, Jackson Drake, Aaron Rourke. The roster involved is it's just a super indie, but that's why it works.
Mm-hmm. All right, next up.
Next up, we have the most iconic theme of the year. This is the most meaningful theme, like the finisher, the one that popped the most of the fans. So we're gonna start John Cena just not having a theme. His heel during his heel run when he gave us nothing because we deserve nothing. No theme. Tanahashi with Go Ace, we're never gonna hear it again. Vaguely,
At least
vaguely
not
the
with any
same.
consistency.
Not any consistency. I mean, if there's a really crappy match, maybe he'll pull an Inoki. But still, it's an iconic theme for an iconic wrestler who's retiring. Hangman's original theme. This,
Coming
along with
back this year.
coming back, along with using American Venom, American Venom at Full Gear.
Yes, it was at Full Gear.
At Full Gear, that I can special honorable mention to me, and of course, CMLL. Their top draw, Mi Muero, Mystico, had me screaming in Spanish. I don't even know Spanish.
Yeah, no, that one. That one had a moment this year for sure. It's
But
a tough race, but
most
Mimuero
iconic
had a
theme,
moment.
I think, is in general is the moment award from what we've done in the past with it.
Yeah, next up is the entrance of the year award. This goes to the best singular entrance of the year. First, we have Kenny Omega making his big return with his Final Fantasy inspired entrance at Wrestle Kingdom, or Wrestle Dynasty, rather. We have CM Punk at WrestleMania getting played down to the ring by Living Color. We have the Young Bucks at Forbidden Door. I believe this was the ship. This was the George Washington.
Oh, the Forbidden Door? No.
No, this was the Umbop.
Forbidden Door was Umbop.
Okay.
Bop, da, bop, boo. Da-da-da-bop.
Yeah, it was Umbop.
Which, for the gimmick the Young Bucks were running there was perfect, and that's why I think it's one of the best ones of the year. Because
we have Damien. Oh,
it fit the Broke Bucks perfectly.
It did. We had Damian Priest at WrestleMania. He had the guitarist from, was it Slayer?
Yeah, Slayer.
From Slayer.
I'm a sucker for a live entrance, man.
Yeah. And then, of course, John Cena's final entrance at Saturday night's main event. You know, they messed up the Stu part on the broadcast, but it's still really cool that he did that.
Also, the big reveal of it being of Stu is in the food.
Yeah, it's his last name. It's Stew. His last name's Stewart, and he calls him Stu. That was a huge reveal from Saturday night's main event.
That is legitimately the biggest reveal from Saturday night's main event.
Yeah. All right. You want to go talk about the next award here?
The moment of the year, of course. Of course.
Yeah, you're skipping one.
Oh. The Terry Funk Memorial Old Timer of the Year for the guy who just won't retire. There is a name at the beginning I'm going to skip till the end because it's different.
It's the best wrestler 50 years old or older this year.
So, Dustin Rhodes of AEW, Blue Panther and Atlantis of CMLL, Kojima of MLW and New Japan.
Flash New Japan, yeah.
Christian Cage and Adam Copeland of AEW. And as a technicality, because his knees are so fucked and he's retiring, Hiroshi Tanahashi will be nominated for this award.
Yes. So Tanahashi is only 49 years old, as we mentioned earlier in the podcast, but we thought we'd round up for him. Just if he's earned anything, he's earned that. OMG moment of the year. This is given to the most shocking, unbelievable WTF moment of the year. We have the Seth Rollins return with the crutches. We have Gunther tapping out at WrestleMania. We have Cena's heel turn on Cody Rhodes at Elimination Chamber. We have Darby Allin climbing Mount Everest and planting the AEW flag at the top of the world. We have the Jon Moxley Darby Allin fish tank spot. Every part of that, from the drowning attempt to the shards of glass. We have AJ Lee's return, and we have John Cena's retirement. Obviously, we knew that was coming, but him tapping out still was an OMG moment and was crazy to see. Do you got anything else?
I feel like that one's kind of self-explanatory of how in depth you gotta get in there. But the next award for the best wrestler not signed to a major promotion, and now for us, that is WWE, AEW, New Japan, Stardom, Marigold, and CMLL.
And of course, Ring of Honor counts as AEW.
Yeah, basically, if I can find it, if I can easily find it live, like if I can easily pay to watch it live, I could
Yeah,
put it as major. So I guess TNA next year.
maybe. Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Um, I mean they're on AMC. That's a pretty big network.
Yeah. All
But
right. Go ahead and
never
go with
mind.
the
Never mind
nominees
that.
here.
We're gonna start with Leon Slater of TNA, Effie of GCW and everywhere. Damn else he felt like.
Yeah, primarily GCW.
Michael Oku of Rev Pro,
Mm-hmm.
Adam Priest of Deadlock Pro Wrestling and GCW and JCW's is it beginning.
Just
Uh,
generally
Generally
the American indies.
American indie scene.
Mm-hmm.
One called Manders of this year, the European indie scene.
Yeah, just kind of the whole European scene.
Shotzi Blackheart of GCW, Rita Yamashita of
Kind of all over the place, right?
all of the Japanese indie scene, I guess. So I'll say the Joshi indie scene, and of course GCW as well, and even some Stardom this year. And Maya World, who she has started making some appearances on Ring of Honor of the American indie scene.
Mm-hmm. A lot of great competition here. This is kind of a tough one, and a lot of the world represented. It's not often we have someone
This
representing
is,
all of Europe in this category.
I mean, it's Manders, so
Yeah.
I feel like he would have gotten nominated either way.
Yeah, probably, but still interesting.
It's fair. And finally, a
Um,
Japanese indie person on here. I've been clamoring for that for years.
yep. The Return of the Year award. This goes to the best return in wrestling. Of course, AJ Lee. We have Becky Lynch's return. We have Cope and Christian and Jurassic Express both returning as tag teams. We have Andrade showing up in AEW just to get into a contract dispute and not show up again.
What
And
a
of course,
goat.
again, Seth Rollins with the crutches. Tough competition. Tough competition here.
Oh yeah, definitely. Not that little bitch from Iowa. That's for damn sure.
Mm-hmm.
But the next one, most improved, the wrestler or team that made the biggest jump in the past year. Queen Abanada for her work in AEW, Callum Newman for his work as the leader of the United Empire, Bear
Mm-hmm.
Bronson for his immediate jump into death matches and how that elevated him from AEW jobber to big time debut in TNA, Javon Evans for finally getting the shine he's deserved in WWE, and Kyle Fletcher for going from mid card in 2024 to realistically could be champion by this time
Yeah,
next
I
year.
mean, he went from Will Ospreay's little brother to like megastar. Like
Legitimately, by this time next year, if he's not a
yeah,
champion, I would be
could be
shocked.
yeah, easily could be world champion next year. All right, broadcaster of the year award. This goes to the best commentator, interviewer, ring announcer. just someone kind of on the broadcast side of things. We have Nigel McGuinness from AEW, Walker Stewart from New Japan and Stardom. We have Bryan Danielson of AEW, Renee Paquette of AEW, Wade Barrett from WWE, Vic Joseph, primarily on NXT, but made some main roster WWE appearances as well this year. I feel like in the past, this one's really had clear winners, but there's a lot of good options this year.
It's definitely more up in the air
There's
than
not
it was
a
before.
yeah, there's not a Samantha Irvin who's just going to take it this year. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Probably just only because she left the wrestling business.
Because she's on that stupid non-compete clause.
Yeah. You want to go to the next one?
Breakout Star Award. It's just think of it as a Rookie of the Year award, pretty much.
Yeah, except for most wrestling rookies we don't see much of in their rookie years, so it's a little bit more open. It's not as restrained to their actual rookie year.
Yeah, just 3 years or less, pretty much.
Yeah, roughly. Just kind of when they really hit the scene.
Yeah. So, our nominees are the Knockout Brothers of Yuto Ice and Oscar. Senka Akatsuki of Marvelous is the legitimate only rookie we've ever, one of the only 2 rookies that we've ever nominated.
Really? Who was the other one?
It's coming up in this one. Coming up in this.
It's coming up in this one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jacob Austin Young,
Mm-hmm.
Adam Priest, and Trill London, who has been in the WWE's like C shows, but has really just become the kind of the big deal out of LFG, and is to me the best seller in the C tier zone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. An interesting award for this year. Next up, Pure Wrestler of the Year. This goes to the best technical wrestler. Your nominees are Zack Sabre Jr., Gunther, Hechicero, and I believe this is the first time we've nominated a tag team for this award, Paragon, Roderick Strong and Kyle O'Reilly together on here. Thoughts?
I mean, it's just because they've been so good together and could have been nominated multiple times.
Interestingly, the first time in the history of the Doggies that Bryan Danielson was not a nominee for this award.
Interestingly enough, the first year of the Doggies where he wasn't an active wrestler.
Yeah. You want to go on to the next one?
Yes, the rivalry, the Feud of the Year award, or Rivalry of the Year, whatever you want to call it.
Mm-hmm.
We like watching rivalries in wrestling. It is what makes wrestling wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
Hangman versus Moxley, the first half of the year, the top heel, top face for the title of the biggest show. Darby Moxley, TKO versus the WWE fan base, which just got a big bump.
Yep.
That Glove versus Queen Aminata. And MJF versus Mystico.
Mm-hmm.
So 2 of these were done in the summer. One of these is a promotion shitting on its own fans.
Yep.
I like that.
Yeah. And then another one is Tekla and Queen Aminata, who seem to legitimately want to tear each other's heads off. It's incredible.
Which makes for the best wrestling rivalries, actually.
Yeah. Next up, International Wrestler of the Year award. This is for the best wrestler to wrestle primarily for a non-US based promotion. So it can be a major promotion like New Japan, but that has to be their primary promotion. So we have Haruki Goto from New Japan, Saya Kamitani from Stardom, Sari, who is Marigold, right?
Doing her own damn thing.
Okay. Mystico from CMLL, one called Manders from pretty much any promotion you can name in Europe, and Michael Oku of Rev Pro.
Now,
Those are yours.
begrudgingly,
Interesting to see.
my favorite not international wrestler was hurt for a good chunk of the year, so she's not in here.
Yep. Interesting to see an American on this list. Not often that we have that.
Mander's run this really
He's been
spoke to
killing
me.
it.
He's
He's
been
killing it. He's had a
kicking
great year.
ass.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, you got the next one here.
Mic work of the year, because of course you give me the mic work one and not you. Best talker, best promo, best on the mic guy or girl.
Mm-hmm.
CM Punk, Hangman Page, John Moxley, John Cena, Will Nightingale. Those first four are going to be the effervescent nominees,
Yeah,
even though it's
yeah.
not anymore because Cena's gone.
But the usual suspects, and then Willow Nightingale, who had a breakout year on the mic. I think she's really improved in this year. It was really awesome to see. All right. Anything? Do you have anything else on the best talkers?
Other than not, it's not my I guess expert category, but I would agree that first three you're going to see there next year, most likely too. Yeah.
Yep. Event of the year. This goes to the best single event in wrestling. We have All In, Double or Nothing, and All Out from AEW. We have Wrestle Dynasty, which was a combined mostly New Japan, but also combined effort with CMLL and AEW. All Star Grand Queendom, which is a Stardom. From CMLL, we have the 92nd Anniversario show. And from WWE, we have Saturday night's main event from December 13th, the final match of John Cena. Really, really great category. As always, a lot of AEW in here, but they just put on banger fucking shows. And it's really fun to see. I mean, if we had a breakout promotion, or I don't know, breakout promotion, but a most improved promotion award, CMLL would win it this year.
Hell,
They've been like nowhere on
we
the radar.
have best promotion on here, we don't.
Do we have a best promotion award?
We don't.
Huh. Well, I think it's because in previous years it was always just like, oh, is it WWE or is it AEW?
Yeah, fair. But if
So
we,
we kind of broke it. We kind of broke it down into like best booker, best event,
but if we were to
uh,
have one this year, it would be CMLL.
best weekly show. Yeah, really. I mean, they've had a great year. You want to get into the next one?
The next one is to me the most important
Mm-hmm.
category of the year. It is the best match of the year award. With as we get up here, these is the first one to have more than 8
Yep.
nominees at a given time.
Yep.
So in order of when they happened, from earliest in the year to most recent, we have Kenny Omega versus Gabe Kidd at Wrestle Dynasty. Zack Sabre Jr. versus Hiroki Goto for the IWGP World Heavyweight at New Beginning in Osaka.
Mm-hmm.
Tony Storm versus Mariah May, the Hollywood ending of Evolution. Hangman Adam Page versus Will Ospreay for the Owen Hart Cup final at Double or Nothing. MJF versus Mystico for Mask versus title for the CMLL Light Heavyweight title from the 92nd Anniversario. Chad Gable versus El Hijo del Vikingo from Worlds Collide. Tam
Mm-hmm.
Nakano versus Saya Kamitani, career versus career from All Star Grand Queendom. Syuri versus Suri from Stardom the Conversion. CM Punk versus Gunther from SummerSlam. Io Sky versus Mayu Iwatani from Grand Destiny. John Moxley versus Hangman Adam Page from All In. El Desperado versus Jun Kasai from the Death Pain Invitational. John Moxley versus Hangman Adam Page from All In.
You
Oh,
said
I
all
read that
twice.
one. I read that one. My bad. It's all coming a blur to me. And Kyle Fletcher versus Speedball Mike Bailey from Dynamite Winter is coming from the 11th. And from just last Saturday, the latest match to ever hit the Best Match Award, John Cena versus Gunther from Saturday Night's Main Event.
Yep. Incredible run of matches here. tough competition.
I
Lot
feel
of
like
great
this
stuff
is
in
the
here.
first time we've hit almost every month.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we have stuff from January, February, March, May, into the
June,
summer, June, July. Yeah.
July, August, then it skips August to now.
Yeah, well, we had like Grand Destiny in there, and was that in August? I can't
Oh, I
remember.
think
But
that was
yeah.
after. I think it was after the Death Pain and All In.
Yeah, so yeah, it's a pretty good run of the year. Next up, we have the Platinum Hot Dog Award. This goes to the best gimmick in professional wrestling this year. Your nominees are Max Caster for his open challenges, Tony Storm, just for whatever the fuck she's got going on, Yudo Ice, for whatever the fuck he's got going on,
for being Paul Wall, yeah.
for being Paul Wall. Saya Kamitani, what's her gimmick, Shane?
The Phoenix Queen just being both the top heel in the company, the quasi leader of hate, to also just being the public face of Stardom at this point.
Yep. Dominic Mysterio for just being a slimy douchebag that we all love for some reason. The Ludwig Kaiser version of Grande Americano. Rod and Todd, the Broke Bucks. And Mercedes Ultimo Monet. Those are your great gimmick year, honestly. Incredible work all around. Interesting to see a lot of AEW on here. Usually it's not as much AEW, but they really had some great gimmicks this year.
Tony finally broke out Extreme Warfare Revenge and started booking on that for a little bit. It's like, oh yeah, these guys are kind of funny. I'm using them in real life.
Yep. All right, next up.
Next up, it is the Best Booker Award for greatness in booking. The
Yep, the
nominees
Platinum
are
Handshake.
the Platinum Handshake Award. The nominees are Tony Khan of AEW, Taro Okada of Stardom, Brett Lauderdale of GCW, who got in by way of being last year's winner, and Salvador Lutheroff III of CMLL.
Mm-hmm. Great competition this year. Next up, we have the new Tag Team of the Year award, the best tag team that was formed this year. Your nominees for this one, we have Brodito, YDNP of GCW, AJ Styles and Dragon Lee, Shota Umino and Yuya Uemura, and Jet Speed. This is a tough year for a new tag team. This is another one where it feels like usually every year there's a definite winner, but this is a great set of teams here. You got anything on that, or do you want to move on to the next one?
Speaking of bests, really tough to pick, we have the Junior Heavyweight of the Year award. This is the 220-pound or less Best Male Wrestler award. The nominees are Javon Evans, El Desperado, Dominic Mysterio, Mystico, Mascata Dorada, and Bandito.
Yep. Great competition there. And now we get into the big three. First, the Tag Team of the Year award. Of course, goes to the best tag team. Your nominees here, we have Brodito, Lashley and Benjamin, YDNP, the Knockout Brothers, L Sky Team, and help me with this one. It's Natsupoi and how do you say that other name?
Soriano?
Ano?
Or, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Ano and
Saoripoi?
Natsupoi. Yeah. Pretty great team. Not to mention that two of them also feature on the new Tag Team of the Year award. It's been it felt like a really light year in the first half of the year for tag teams, but it really picked up once we got to the summer
Yeah,
and
it,
moving
it,
on
it
throughout
really it
the year.
really did, yeah.
All right, Shane, your last one here.
The Women's Wrestler of the Year award for the best female wrestler in all of wrestling. The nominees are Mercedes Moné, Tony Storm, Saya Kamitani, Tiffany Stratton, Stephanie Vicker, Io Sky, Athena, and Sari.
Yep. Great competition here. Really going to be interesting to see who steps out and takes that one. And finally, the Antonio Inoki Memorial Men's Wrestler of the Year award. This goes to the best male wrestler. We have Hangman Adam Page, Konosuke Takeshita, Haruki Goto, John Moxley, CM Punk, Gunther, Will Ospreay, and Bandito. Feel like Gunther made a big push right in this last week for this award.
For sure. Gunther was already on a nomination just for being Gunther.
Mm-hmm.
But in the last week, he has taken the jump.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. So made it an even tougher race by really stepping himself into the best of the best here. So, as we said, in 2 weeks we will be going over these nominations. We will put a link in the description to where the fans can vote. It will have it won't necessarily have any meaning of who gets picked, but it'll just be interesting to see who we pick versus who the fans pick. Because kind of the way this goes is that Shane and I, and if we can get Joka in here, Joka will each pick our own. We'll each make our own picks, and we'll have different answers, or on some categories the same. So we'll see how that goes. Anything else on the doggies here, Shane?
That's all
All
I
right.
got from doggies.
Tape up the light tubes. Take the door off its hinges. It's time for Shane's GCW corner.
Oh, well, if you can believe it, pretty big weekend in all things game changer wrestling considered. As there's been some huge announcements recently, and there's been some huge events recently as well. We're going to start with
Mm-hmm.
the most insane announcement I've seen out of GCW since we've been out of the off the air. Tiger Mask 4 will be making his final American appearance at the Jersey J Cup on February 6th in Jersey City, New Jersey, taking on the Dynamite Kid.
Tommy Billington.
Tommy Billington. So this is Tiger Mask versus Dynamite Kid for the last time.
Yep, that's pretty awesome.
That is the biggest. That is to me the biggest announcement that GCW's made in quite a long time. Is getting
Mm-hmm.
Tiger Mask.
And that's at what show?
The Jersey J Cup, night one. Not to be outdone, at WrestleCon, Joey Janela called out any wrestler in the back, and he was answered by Jushin Thunder Liger.
Yeah. What the fuck?
Jushin Thunder Liger would not come out of retirement for Chris Jericho, but Joey Janela.
Do we think it was the real Liger?
I'm fairly certain it's real Liger.
We don't think it was just somebody. I mean, it's a pretty easy
I mean, I know it's easy
kind
to
of get
replicate.
up
It's
to
a gimmick to.
put someone else in.
But the way they were treating it and the fact that Liger was at the convention, I think it was Liger.
All right. It's crazy.
Next is the two events from this past weekend. I'll get to these. These are the most important ones. The Nick Gage Invitational 10, back to being called a Nick Gage Invitational. 8 wrestlers were in it. Bear Bronson, Drew Parker, Otis Koger, Mr. Danger, Harrop, The Bev, Slade, and Lil Sicko. Bear Bronson
That's the
came
whole
away
field.
with it's a whole field, yeah. Bear Bronson came away with the shock victory and is probably his only deathmatch tournament as he's made his TNA debut. But immediately after the tournament ended, he announced he was going to face off against Atticus Cogar for the World Championship at Superpower Slam, a wrestling benefit for the neurodivergent community.
Huh.
And I'll be damned if I know anything about the neurodivergent wrestling fans. They do love Atticus Cogar.
Wait, are there neurotypical wrestling fans? I didn't know that was. If
Well,
anything, that's the minority.
no. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe Jim Cornette. Maybe that's why he's so fucked up.
No. There's no way. You don't carry a tennis racket around for that long without there being some sort of something going on.
Something wrong with you.
Yeah. You gotta have some sort of special interest to carry a tennis
His
racket around
special
for that
interest
long.
is tennis rackets. Oh,
All right. Anything else from GC Dub?
that was the big one. And the next big one was switched around because of weather, but it was Round Ball Rock, where Mad Dog Connolly beat the shit out of poor Tombstone Jesus, only for one called Banders to make the save. So now the Jersey J Cup, they'll have a cage match.
Awesome.
And I haven't found out who won this one yet, but the 3-point competition where the first 3 falls qualify for Jersey J Cup, I sure fucking hope that Drew Parker, Gary J, and Warhorse got those 3 falls, but I doubt it.
Yeah. Is that it?
That is it for the GCW corner this week.
Okay. So as usual, when Shane is going over the GCW stuff, I check for any late breaking news to talk about potentially. Here from Fightful Select, Blake Monroe was supposed to retain the NXT Women's North American title against Tia Hale. There was said to have been a scramble backstage when the botched finish happened, since there was creative specifically in place with Tia not being the champion. This ended up affecting multiple people's creative that was set up for the next couple of weeks. It wasn't said immediately who got the blame for the situation, as most involved were just working too quickly to make changes to what happened, or too quick sorry. As most involved were just working too quickly to make changes to what needed to be changed. So Tia Hale wins the North American title on accident.
Congratulations! I love this
Congratulations, Tia
happened
Hale.
WWE. This literally happened nowhere else.
Yep. HDH League. I realized I forgot to tally up this week, but the 2 weeks that we missed, Joka won and I won.
Fuck!
The first week, Dominic Mysterio and Stephanie Vaquer tied for best wrestler with 4.5. The second week, Atticus Cogar with 8 was the best wrestler. Shane, are there any moves you'd like to make here?
Certainly, I need to
I will. We'll
revamp
let you know
my.
that Neon is injured.
Okay, I'm just gonna drop Neon then.
Okay.
Give me
Anything else?
Give me Soberano Jr. in that high flyer spot.
Okay.
And then I like to drop Megan May Hanako.
Okay.
I like to put Gates of Agony in that spot.
Okay.
I like to drop Natsupoi Soriano.
Okay.
I put BMI 2000 in that spot. I would like to move Billy Starks in that flex.
Got it.
And then in the bench, I like to pick up Barbero Carbonero from CMLL.
Okay.
And my final bench spot, I would like to re-pick up Suzu Suzuki.
All right. Sounds good. For me, I'm gonna move Mercedes Monet into my flex spot and drop CM Punk to the bench. Trying to decide if anybody else there needs moved up. Not immediately, no. I think that's it. I think I'm pretty good with everybody I got. So Shingo Bishamon. Does anybody have the Knockout Brothers? No. Okay. Actually, I'm gonna drop Bishamon. Pick up the Knockout Brothers. So, all right, that's the only move I'll make.
That's gonna be my top shade target from now on.
On to favorite things of the week. This is, of course, where I hand out the gold, silver, and bronze hot dogs. Shane hands out the gold, silver, and bronze handshakes. Shane, what was the bronze handshake? I guess from the whole few weeks we missed. You can take any.
I'm gonna give it to Cena Gunther here.
Okay.
I wasn't blown away by anything, but it was a pretty solid match.
And a really special moment too.
It being Cena's final match too was a big deal.
Mm-hmm. For my bronze, I'm going Samoa Joe, Eddie Kingston. I really liked that match, so I'm gonna put that up there. What's the silver handshake, Shane?
Bear Bronson winning the NGI 10.
All right. For me, it's the Babes of Wrath versus the Timeless Love Bombs. I really liked that tournament final, and I really loved the moment after with Harley Cameron and Willow Nightingale. Really felt special and was a great moment seeing them win that. And finally, the gold handshake for the few weeks we've been gone.
In what is the least surprising pick of all time, Risa Sera wrestled her final death match this morning in Japan, and I have seen some clips of it, and it looks very good, and it was giving it to it as in the idea. She wrestled in an Iron Woman match against Hazuki, Hiragi Kurumi, Itsui Aoki, Jun Kasai, Miyako Matsumoto, Mochi Natsumi, Suda Suzuki, Takashi Sasaki, The Great Sasuke, Toru Tsuruga, Veni, Violento Jack, and Yuki Miyazaki.
Are you done?
I am done, and nobody won the match.
You're giving the gold to all these people?
I'm giving the gold to I'll give it to Risa Sera and Suzu because that meant the most.
And Suzu? Okay.
I can give it to all of them, make it a pain in the ass for you. You know what? Fuck it. I'm giving it to Benny too. Shout out to Benny. Trans rights.
I'll throw Vinny in there. My goal is Cena Gunther. I thought it was the perfect end to an incredible career. In the moment that meant the most to me the last few weeks. And I mean, not necessarily to give away what I might be thinking for the awards, but probably the moment that meant the most to me all year. It was a really, really big deal. And so, yeah, I think that was definitely my gold. Lightning round here. Let's tell Shane what matches we're getting this week. He will give me his excitement on a scale of 1 to 10. So all we have here is Dynamite, starting with the Dynamite Diamond Ring Battle Royal. Ricochet, Shelton Benjamin, a few others have already declared for this. Mark Davis, I believe.
Like a 7.
MJF returning.
Like a 0.
Do you think he'll win, or do you think we finally see someone else?
I think the problem is he is going to win.
Okay.
Therefore, it's just a prop. So I don't know what the point is.
Yeah, be interesting to see somebody else win. We'll see. The Elite reuniting against Takeshita Okada and Hechicero for $1 million.
It's a lot of money, a lot of moolah. I'll give that a 9.
Will we be carrying on? Do you think?
Are you alluding to something here?
Yeah, the theme song for the Elite.
Oh, God. I thought you were alluding to Killer Cross.
Yeah, will Killer Cross show up? That's gonna be my question after all of these now.
The answer is he might. He might be in the crowd. I'm gonna say yeah. I'm gonna say we're gonna hear some Kansas on Wednesday.
FTR versus the Bang Bang Gang for the AEW Tag Team titles.
Is Stokely there?
Almost certainly.
That's my title. That's my title 10 of the week.
Yeah, Stokely Hathaway and Juice Robinson being within 10 feet of each other.
They might just be barking at each other the whole time.
Yeah, yeah. Next, we have Athena, Mercedes Moné, Megan Bain, and Marina Shafir versus the Babes of Wrath and the Timeless Love Bombs.
I'll give it an 8.
Okay. And we got 3 Continental Classic matches. First, Pac versus Kyle Fletcher.
I'll give it an 8.
Okay. Orange Cassidy versus Mascaro Dorada. It's got to be at least a 9 for me.
I would say probably a 9 for me too.
And my Ty Dillinger 10 of the week, Roderick Strong versus John Moxley.
That's a 10 for me too.
Mm-hmm. Moxley already in a position where he kind of has to win, or he's not mathematically eliminated, but virtually eliminated. That'll be interesting to see. Match recommendation of the week. It's been a lot of Cena this year. I've been saving one very special to me for this week. It is John Cena versus Edge, Unforgiven 2006. My personal favorite John Cena match. So that is your match recommendation of the week. Next week, we will be doing, as I said, next week, no main episode, but Massacre on 34th Street review will come out. The week after that, we'll be back with the main for the Doggies, the 4th annual Doggies. If you want to listen to more of us, though, we put a lot of effort into John Cena, the wrestler's journey. It's our first wrestler's journey episode. It's a project we've been, tinkering with and working on for a long time, and it finally came to fruition. It was really awesome. And then also later this week will be a review of Armageddon 2000, the 25th anniversary of that fuck-ass Hell in a Cell match. So check those out. We also have classic reviews of other WWE shows, ECW, WCW, TNA, Ring of Honor, New Japan, CZW, WXW, all over the place. So definitely check those out. And just remember to enjoy wrestling.